You know what had to happen. The Tiger Woods blow-up doll. And believe it or not, there's one of his ex-mistresses that is arguing this point because she's going to take it to court. They have this thing called mistress golf balls with faces of his mistresses on all the balls. And, you know, you got to think that is not the very first time that Tiger's mistresses have been that close to his balls. And there you go. There you go. That is today's installment of
I wish the people that had come up with that idea thought of that. No.
How did he fucking mumble and trip?
He really did.
Through that basic punchline.
Horribly.
And meanwhile, it's like the whole joke of the stupid product, and this idiot thinks
something that they came up with.
He's like, hey guys, I have to put a connection together.
Would be the first time face kind of near the balls.
He's got a new angle on it. And Colin, you think that Scorch thought Sam looked up to him, huh?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
That's secretly.
You know, he must have sat there at the end of the day. Sam, the way you were like he's teaching. And there's that treacherous Sam sitting there.
Treacherous.
Yeah. Listening to him with just that teenage contempt around. He's like 19, just that sneer on his face. And
looking at him just,
And then the man on the couch, Nick, probably was like, you know, Scorch, I don't trust that kid. Nah, he's all right.
Nick didn't trust you?
I didn't know Nick.
Nick
Nick is a Manch Vegas guy. I was there for the Syracuse years.
Yeah, they call it Manch Vegas now, Colin.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're doing
They did that in the other thing, I know.
Oh, you remember that? Okay.
Manch Vegas. I can't forget it.
Now, what's this about? He's got this TV show, and he realizes that he has a lot of time left?
Yeah, like he's done some segments. And you could tell, like, he doesn't say it, but it's obvious that he realizes I have this many minutes to fill, and they're not filled, and I'm drastically running out of stuff.
Oh, shit.
So he just starts talking about different ways you can get on the show.
All right, let's take a listen. It's syndicated to 90 cities.
And London.
And just making it up as he goes along on live TV.
I want to talk a little bit about how to get your stuff on to Scorch's PFG TV. The show itself, we're very proud to say, it started off as an internet-only show. It went on to a public access show. Now we're on network TV. And it's
public access is not a step up from internet.
Network TV.
Network TV.
But my network.
Sandra Bullock's baby looks like Bobby Kelly.
Nice little black baby for Sandra Bullock.
You know, Ed.
Bobby Kelly with more of a tan.
End of the day, Ed.
You know what? I bet you all them girls gotta put their face by Tiger's putter.
Oh, Chip.
Hey, look, Anthony made the paper.
Colin and his visual humor.
Jesse's highlights.
It's terrific.
Yeah,
I'm using props today.
Yeah, I like it.
access show. Now we're on network TV, and it seems like it just keeps growing. Now, the show cannot be a show without talented people, and I'm not talking about, the staff again.
You said a mouthful there, Scorch.
Let's start with the host.
He's lying.
I mean, he's like Chip. He reminds me of Chip.
Yeah.
Why? Guy must be pretty handsome then, right, Carl?
Oh, Chip.
Shit.
Now, do you think Scorch believes all this stuff, Colin? Do you think he believes he's a big, huge sensation now on
No, but I
TV?
think he believes in. He's one of those guys who believes in the positivity and like just keep going out there and saying it.
Yeah.
And I think he's the kind of guy that he only needs one.
So you're saying he's aware? I don't think he's aware.
No, he's not aware of how terrible he is.
It's amazing how it's growing.
He needs one dullard to come up to him in a deli once a week and go, "Hey man, I like your show." To go, "Yeah, I really am getting through it." Out talented people, and I'm not talking about the staff on the show, because we're probably the least talented television staff you'll ever come across in history.
Yeah. But what I'm talking about is musical talent, and above and beyond musical talent, because honest to God, musical talent is easier to come by than other kinds of talent. It's not just music and comedy. I'm looking for I don't want to say stupid human tricks, because that's already been done.
Really?
And the show is, even though we're similar, we're nothing like any of the other shows.
Even though we're similar, we're nothing like any of the other shows. But doesn't similarity say that you are something like
My favorite part of that clip is he said nothing like any of the other shows, which means what he's thinking in his head is, I'm not going to mention Letterman or Leno because I'm not going to actually mention their names. They're the competition.
Right.
Why would he give them publicity? The competition.
Anyone else notice he's doing an infomercial within his infomercial?
But just imagine this 19-year-old snotty kid from Syracuse University.
Oh, yeah.
Coming up there with that look. He can barely hide his contempt here. Can you imagine when he worked for Scorch?
Why don't you sit down, Seth? Let me tell you a little something about my days at AAF Radio. And you can pick up a thing or two.
Well, tell Colin how, there's a give and take thing with the Opie and Anthony show.
That was back when he used to tell me that him and Opie and Anthony used to just kind of, and still do, exchange ideas back and forth. He'd come up with bits, they'd take them.
Right.
They come up with bits, he takes them. Either way, like Wheel of Meat. You guys took that from him, right?
we mocked Wheel of Meat.
Oh.
We
What about
actually do it.
douche or dressing?
We
you
mocked
took?
that, too.
I mean, but you guys really believe that, like, deep in his damaged soul, he doesn't realize, oh, my God, what have I done?
What have I done?
You really think he just goes on blissfully unaware?
I think so. Yeah, I think that's what gets him through the day.
Well, he lies to
Not
himself
being aware.
all day long.
Yeah.
And so it's like one of those
Tell
things where...
Colin some of the lies from the past.
Yeah. I mean, he went on his TV show and said that he was in 90 cities in London. Like he said, on one of his
probably
episodes.
technically in London.
Yeah, there was a London, New Hampshire, I think. Londonderry, New Hampshire. No, there really is. It's Derry, New Hampshire.
New London.
Yeah.
New London, Connecticut.
He meant the local London.
The entire
London,
time,
Ontario.
Yeah.
the entire time I was
Maine.
interning with him, he said that he was going to XM within the next 3 months, and it would just keep extending. Like in August, he said he'd be there in November.
Yeah.
Well,
And
but
in November, he said he'd be there by March.
Just
But in fairness to him, I've been expecting this one pilot I wrote like 6.
didn't Wes he supposed to come out with a fucking Amazon documentary or something like that, and never came out?
Years ago, I keep thinking it's going to happen.
Yeah.
That was about 5 years.
Someone's going to jump on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he said he'd had conversations. They'd offered him contracts.
Oh,
Like
Yeah.
he said,
Yeah, there were contracts involved.
right.
So.
He is deluded.
But if you can do things like, I don't know, if you can turn your eyelids inside out. Do you remember how when you were a kid, you used to be able to turn your eyelids inside out?
Wow.
And
Did he just say no human fucking trick?
Yeah,
Well, what
he's looking for that.
Well, they're similar, but they're different. That's what you got to understand.
How is that different than everything we've seen on TV?
He's saying musical talent is easy to come by, but when you can find somebody who's talented enough to turn their eyelids inside out, you have something for TV.
Didn't we all do that when we were 10 years old?
Yeah, but for every Mozart, for every 10 Mozarts, there's one guy that can make his ears wiggle.
My bus driver used to do that. We call him Eddie Spaghetti with the meatball eyes because he would flip his eyelids up.
Oh,
and they
my
would look
God.
like
I know this is going to be a molestation story at the end of this.
Yeah,
Flip his eyeballs up while he was like fingering Anthony in the back of that. Yeah. He's like, I drop you off last. Yeah. Shirley gets dropped off last.
This isn't
I
the
don't live
way
in Shirley,
home.
Mr. Eddie Spaghetti.
Yeah.
Eddie Spaghetti, this isn't the way home. What
Eddie
happened?
Spaghetti, my hiney's not ready.
Hey, kid, you ever been to Holtzville?
I like pointing out what Colin enjoys, and he loves that Long Island thing.
I love it.
Colin loves talking about Long Island towns, the characters of Long Island.
Long Island town.
Long Island's fantastic.
I love when you go local with Long Island.
I love it.
I hope the rest of the country could appreciate
Long Island.
your love for Long Island.
Well, it's that Suffolk County dirtbag thing that makes me love it more than
Ron
anything.
Konkoma.
Oh, yeah.
Bayshore.
I told you, his stupid biker brother beat up my cousin. I
Yeah.
said,
You never got over that, did you?
my cousin never did.
You never got over it.
He held him down and punched him right in his face. Tim Gage.
Yeah. From what I hear, Tim was giving Joe some shit at the time, so well, had to punch him in the face. I don't know.
I tell you, Tim
inside
lives in
out.
Mastic. There's been like, in the past 5 years, there's been like 8 murders in like just the corner where he lives.
That's the mastic bit we do.
Mastic is a horrible
You know about our mastic
place.
bit, right? Okay.
Mastic's a horrible place.
Because they try to fire a DJ for making fun of Mastic having, I don't know, trailer parks or something, or trailer homes. And so we said, fuck that. We're now going to point out every ugly thing about Mastic.
Mastic moments whenever there's a crime.
Mastic, whenever there's a
kid touching, a murder.
There's always something going on in Mastic. I got to admire it in a way.
You married with
It
kids
is a
still?
weird fucking place.
Divorced with kids.
Oh, his kids, okay.
Night Outer, and that used to just make me so disgusted, you know what I mean? Or if you can arm fart music, I don't care, you know what I mean? Anything like that.
Oh, I'd like to kill a guy that applauded and laughed at that.
You can eat glass, you can swallow glass, you can swallow swords.
Well, eating glass is kind of cool.
You can swallow any number of things on the show. We'll let you do that here at Scorch.
Oh, wait a minute, Scorch, don't go there. Do not go there.
We will do things like puppet shows. You know, if you run a puppet show you'd like to show us, we'll do that. Love animal things.
No, he doesn't. But he said no stupid like animal tricks,
right,
and stupid
human tricks.
Right.
But
he said animal things.
Yeah, not tricks. He is then soliciting for everything he said he didn't want to do.
He wants puppet shows and animal things.
Yes. It's PFG.
For a show in 90 cities in London. He wants puppet shows.
Does he get anybody to do anything ever?
Show. If you make shadow puppets, you make shadow little figures on a wall. So bring your own flashlight. We're on a budget.
I hope Misha Barton makes her little puppet show from Sixth Sense.
And then someone pours some cleaner into fucking Scorch's soup. It's great, Jimmy.
Yeah, he only ever has on local comedians, and he had Gary Hoey on.
Oh, really?
Gary Hoey. Ho, ho, ho.
Well, if you work in Manchester, you might as well go on. It makes sense.
How long can you hold a handstand? Just do it. We'll watch for as long as it takes.
If you can make your finger float in the air.
Everything you do. If you want to play I Got Your Nose. You're a child. We don't care anything.
Holy shit, fucking Scorch is digging deep here.
Yeah.
Oh, poor bastard.
That poor wretched bastard.
He's a good guy, though.
Chip have something to say?
Yes, maybe you could come on and juggle or something, you know.
He really is a fucking emergency brake.
It is. What is this? We're all flying to the windshield right now.
Greasy, sweaty fucking hand on a rusted fucking brake handle on a train.
Yeah.
Hope the airbags work on.
Oh,
Jesus.
It's that clammy fucking hand of a man that has whacked off too much in his life. He lives with his mother, miserable. His father died. He still thinks his father's on the road, and his mother. It's like, well, my father was on the road. His father's been on the road since he was 7. And that's helped traumatize him. He's been bullied and beaten his entire life. But as I was saying last night, we were discussing Chip at the table while Chip was there.
Oh.
I'm saying you can't feel sorry for him because you know he would have been a Nazi in Nazi Germany, would have killed on order.
I want to see what
Bosnia,
happens.
Rwanda. He would have been.
I want to see what happens if I pin your comment and then I'm gonna time out just because I'm just testing it. Here, I'll give you 10 seconds. No, I'll give you a minute. Tell me what happens. Oh yeah, it deletes it too. Dang it. It deletes the pinned comment. Oh wow. A stupid joke anyway.
Soldier and done horrendous genocidal acts too. So
There's a Jew in the attic or something. Like just ratting fucking Jews out everywhere.
It's a Jew in the attic or something.
I wouldn't be a good Nazi because I got glasses. I can see all the stuff.
Fucking Chip.
I'll say one thing with Chip. I never even thought Nazi.
I know. Sometimes Chip hits.
Sometimes Chip hits it out of the park.
Yeah. Bunts it down the third baseline. First easy out.
Sometimes Chip gets hit in the fucking septum with a pitch when the bases are loaded.
PFG TV with Scorch. Now he advertises for audience members.
Oh, great. Yeah, if you want to come check out the show.
He just advertised for talent for the show. Now he needs an audience as well.
As far as coming to the show, we tape every Tuesday night. That is when we actually tape the show. Tuesday nights, the doors open at 7 o'clock. For the next, I'm going to say for the next 5 weeks, just as a welcome to the show type of thing, for the next 5 weeks, if you want to come into the show, your tickets are absolutely free. Yes, sir.
Wait a minute.
People are paying to see this? No, this is one of Scorch's lies. It's not for the next 5 weeks. It's forever.
Hey, Mad Cracker Lordography. You realize that this stream is all about making fun of Wes, right? So Little butt must be hurting, huh? This guy, Scorch. Well, you read the description, man. It's like, it's almost like they're talking about him and his stupid show.
Because last week on PFG TV, he also said for the next 5 weeks, he's lying. Because to him, he's like, this is going to be great. This is a good marketing scheme. People are going to sit at home saying, I got to act now. I got to get down there
before I have to pay.
Right.
Do you think people are acting now?
8 of them.
I think what they should do is you should trace all the places he's worked and see how many, like, sexual assaults in the area. Because I got a feeling there's more to Scorch than meets the eye now.
I'm kind of disappointed in Sam that he's going after this guy. This guy taught you a lot.
This guy he said it, that's always good. You know, the student.
Right. What are you doing?
I'm just trying to show you guys. Look, I'm sitting here trying to get PFG TV to the next level.
He taught you a lot of secrets
exactly.
of radio.
What are you going to turn on these guys next?
Right. Yeah, really.
I'm trying to bring
Scorch is nothing but
PFG TV to a bigger audience. That's all.
So you're saying you don't have to pay to.
Because Sam looks so young and innocent that can you imagine when he was like a kid when he was like 19 on that show?
Yeah, he didn't have the afro or nothing.
Scorch was like, oh, this kid. He's like, you know, he's a little nerdy kid. He just dismissed you kind of, but he was like,
I take him under my wing.
Yeah.
I'll teach him the ropes.
Oh. Yeah, no, you'll never even think. He just thinks in like the most primal terms, like maybe this kid's family's got money. I can get somebody.
It's not even sincere.
Right.
There's an ulterior motive there.
Well, let's listen about the audience. You can go for free.
Are absolutely free. Yes, you know what I mean? So we tape Tuesday nights, and of course we tape at the MCAM Television Studio, which is a really cool studio. It's high-def studio. We have a live studio audience, and basically you come in, we feed you Papa Gino's pizza, so you eat some free food. Many times people sneak in brown bags. I don't know what's in them. I don't ask. You can do what you want with those. That's cool. But it's fun to watch a show being made. And then when you go watch the show on TV itself, you're like, oh my God, is that really how it looked?
What show are you watching being made, by the way?
The studio is HD.
It's HD.
I don't, and see, the thing too is like Wes. Why does Wes call his no Hunt Master? I don't think you're blocked unless you're. No, you're not blocked. I can see you. What was I saying? I forgot.
Studio is HD.
The cameras aren't, but the studio is.
Who the fuck cares when they're in a studio audience if it's an HD camera filming it?
Yeah.
No one has ever wondered
Who cares?
if this was an HD shoot.
Well, this is what you guys are confused about.
Yeah.
He made that up, too.
Oh,
that's just a Scorch thing that he would say. He just because he sees HD around.
It's just a
term.
Small little camcorder.
I mean, it's just a public access channel.
It's a hip tech term, so he just throws it out there.
That's why he said the studio. It's HD.
It's HD.
The studio itself is HD and 3D.
Right.
Because if you walk into it, it's 3D.
It's like you're there.
And it's HD because everything is very high definition because you're seeing it with your eyes.
I'd like to write like one of those high dramas where, you know, Scorch, I mean, where Sam goes to work for Scorch and ends up like fucking Scorch's girlfriend and living in Scorch's house. And at the end, it's just this total betrayal, you know.
That would be great.
I trust in you.
All my secrets down.
It's true. He has that like Japanese, like fucking Kurosawa voice. I trusted you.
I let you into the fold.
Yeah.
And you betrayed me.
And Sam can play Sam. One of you guys can play Scorch.
Hey.
Can't we do like a film or something? It's time to do a real serious.
that would be
Get
great.
Scorch to play Scorch.
Scorch story.
Yeah, he wouldn't
What's
know.
he doing?
Yeah, he wouldn't know.
Yeah, he's doing his show. He's got to tape every Tuesday.
Let's go to Neil and the actor Neil. Neil.
Guys,
He's a mess.
guys, I'm willing to do the movie. Tuesday's out. One condition. Tuesday's out.
I still got to film my TV show.
Neil.
Yes.
What do you got, buddy? Let's go.
Hey. I live here in New Hampshire, and the other day I happened to be in a friend's car, a piece of shit car that didn't have XM. And lo and behold, Scorch has got a go to hell line. It's a complete rip-off of your FU line.
Well, he wouldn't say that, though. He's just,
trade ideas.
Yeah, we're trading ideas. Don't you know that?
Well, the thing about the go to hell line is it was actually before you guys actually took the idea. Is that what he's saying?
Is that what he's saying?
The go to hell
No,
line.
Sam's saying that really happened.
Yeah, Sam.
You guys did steal off
We
Scorch.
stole it from Scorch.
Did we steal it from Scorch?
I always felt that way.
Fucking asshole.
Did he really have it first? These guys did steal it.
I mean, you guys.
Colin, he's listening to you. He's listening to you, see? He's defending his mentor.
You guys took Fields for meals from him, so.
Oh, we did?
That's what he told me. The first time I met him.
That was our AF idea.
That was my idea.
You mean his AAF idea?
He's saying he came up with that?
He told me that the first day I met him.
Well, there you go then.
I mean, he's not going to lie the first day.
Scorch starts rock and rolled. Is that what this?
You know how Scorch likes to do bits where he shows people pictures every single time we've played this? He asks the rock and rolled.
Yeah.
Is where you show a picture of a rock and roll star when they were young, and then next to them, now what they look like that they're old.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Oh, I get it. Rock and roll.
Yes.
What happens? What's that mean? While he's rocking this bit, the audience rolls out.
This is a segment we call rock and roll. Very nice. Thank you, guys.
I hope Zeppelin.
Oh,
How great would that be?
Yeah,
Takes the little he has.
Look, people, I can't afford the Papagino's pizza anymore. I'm in heavy litigation. Led Zeppelin.
How great would that be?
So, no Papagino. And I'm going to have to start.
Hey, I'm not really checking the chat, but I just want to say that I don't have a spy. Nobody, I don't talk to nobody. I don't talk to nobody on the internet, and I don't talk to nobody in my personal life. I don't have a spy. Nobody's spying for me. Nobody's help. This is all me. Like, so you guys don't fight amongst each other. It's not you, it's me. 100% me. I'm on a mission. Man, on a mission.
Charging tickets even though the 5 weeks hasn't expired.
Yeah.
How great would that be?
Wait, Chip wants to say something.
This guy be a Led Zeppelin Susan. He'll be on a stairway up to the courthouse.
It almost takes your breath away.
It doesn't. Oh, it doesn't. So bad.
Colin. God bless Colin Quinn.
Courthouse.
God bless him. You figured out a way to at least.
I just like to add that if anybody, all you, well, like, you know what I mean? Like, obviously Wes, he's got, we won't call them spies. We'll call them minions, right? Like, we all know, like, you know what I mean? So, I don't know why you guys do that, man. Like, you know what I mean? You guys were never, like, welcoming, like, you know, like, but whatever. It's your loss anyway, because I'm still doing my thing, right?
Deal with him.
Oh,
I hope Zeppelin makes an example of Scorch. He's homeless for a year. They're like, you know, we got to start somewhere, and we got to make an example.
But then they listen to his lies. He says it's in 90 cities.
Right.
No, it's not 90 cities.
I made that up. Please.
What happened?
All right.
Wait a minute.
This is a segment we call rock and roll. Very nice. Thank you. You want to see how some of these people age? Let's go. I think we start off, if I'm not mistaken, with Henry Rollins. Which, Nick, if you can go to his armpits, one thing is to pose for your picture. But why the hell do you pose for a picture with sweaty armpits like that?
It looks like it's a cameo. It doesn't really look like he was posing. No. It looked like somebody said, "Hey, dude," and he looked.
Do you think those are
Who makes a cameo in a photo?
Cameo? See, but explain. That's the greatness of Nick you just heard.
Right? Hot mustard, like, you know what I mean? Like a normal person, like, you know what I mean? Why would anybody do that? Like, I don't know, man. I bet you, like, the biggest plot twist, I bet you Wes is every single one of them. He's the same person, everybody, all along. Oh, shit. No, that's not me. I'm not expecting anybody.
yeah.
Well,
And I'm not a hooker.
Yeah, he misuses the word cameo.
Right. Not only did he misuse the word cameo, but Scorch was setting up for like a joke.
It's fucking retarded, man. Just like, you know what I mean? Like, that's why I'm doing this stream, because all this time that this stupid shit's been happening, I found this guy, Scorch. Fucking Scorch. He's just like Wes. Like, he's like some kind of, like, I don't know, man. Wes is trying to hold on to something. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's really holding on to something. Like, I bet you, like, he used to be like some kind of, I don't know. I bet you one day, like, long time ago, he probably worked with, side by side with Chris, and like, that was the hype of his life, and he probably got fired for being a piece of shit or something. And then he knows he can't have that, so he comes to YouTube and thinks that he puts on like this like wicked show. But meanwhile, like, it's so stupid because, and another reason why I'm doing these streams is because, like, all the TCAP content creators, like, the TCAP community really sucks, man. It sucks. Like, if the TCAP community is in Wes's chat, the fucking TCAP community is fucking garbage. So that's one of the reasons why, like, I'm streaming this. You know what I mean? It's because they pretty much use a pedophile as like their main act. That's all they know how to do. You know what I mean? Like, fucking, yeah, like, look at, well, I gotta give props where they're a little bit due. I guess Sloth Cat, even though I hate that piece of shit too, I guess I gotta give him a little bit of credit, because he wandered off and tried to make fun of, what's his name? Wings. And I think he made some, but like, I don't think that was his idea. That was just like Wes ordering him to do that. So I don't know. It's stupid, man. Like, their whole little thingy is like crumbling. They never thought I would come, I guess. Because usually they just bully everybody out of the site, you know what I mean? Or they'll make a video on them, like, exposing them. Look at Kelpil. Kelpil got her own fucking expose channel. You know what I mean? Where's my fucking expose channel? I want an expose channel. Wes called me a lol cow. And I was thinking about that today, this before I started the stream. I'm like, he called me a lol cow, but I'm the one making videos comparing him to this guy that's delusional, and he thinks that he's got like this great show. Yeah, anyway, so going back to Wes, like, Wes thinks I don't know, it's like, he's like, I think it's really stupid that people call streams the show. Because, is this a show? I don't think this is a show. Is this a show? Because I don't think so. I'm just, I turned on my stream and I'm playing some games, smoking some weed. You know what I mean? And then this guy's so delusional that he puts this thing that calls a show and uses a pedophile as his main attraction. And that's all they can do. You know what I mean? So, yeah, let's keep listening, because this is funny, man. I think, here, let me check. I think this supercut is like 12 hours. We're 5 hours and 30 minutes into this 11-hour, almost 12-hour supercut. And if you guys stick around, you'll see how, like, they're like brothers, man. Like, they're both delusional. They're both old. They're both washed up. You know what I mean? Like, it's so funny. So, but that sucks. Like, I wish people were making fucking videos making fun of me. Well, I guess he did kind of, but I don't know. I'm not an attention whore, though.
He was going to start going with, and Nick said, no, that's not accurate. He wasn't posing. It doesn't apply to this.
Oh.
So now Scorch's joke isn't going to make sense.
He really does pull the rug out from Scorch every time. What did he need to say instead of cameo, though? He was trying to say, like, a candid shot.
Candid, yes.
Cameo.
Okay, it's like a cameo.
Word up.
Oh, God.
It looked like somebody said, hey, dude. And he looked. Do you think those were painted on to make him look like a tough guy?
What, the tattoos?
Yeah, no, the sweat things on his.
No, they're
not even on the same page.
The chemistry. That is ammonia and bleach. That's their chemistry. Breathe deep, audience.
They're not even on the same page with a hack joke.
It looks like two different shows were spliced together.
How do you fuck that up?
The only other person that I heard call their stream the show is Darkside Phil.
The guy on the couch. The only way that would have worked is you go, no, what, the tattoos? No, not the fucking tattoos, Nick, you motherfucker.
Dope.
Yeah, you should have laid into him.
Yeah.
No, I got to keep it clean for the children. We're in 90 cities.
What, the tattoos?
Yeah, no, the sweat things on his.
No, I think that's just
Henry Rollins, who I will go on the record. Henry, you'll never be on the show because you're one of the biggest pricks I've ever seen in my life. There you go.
No, Mad, I'll give you a few examples of what I think is poking the bear. Okay? Look, I want you to look at my thumbnail for this video. That's what I think poking the bear is. So I don't know what you're talking about, but nothing happens. You know, like I haven't been poking the bear. I've been kicking the bear in the fucking face and the nuts. And the bear's not doing anything, so I keep fucking kicking it in the nuts, so...
Yes, I did.
Oh, he said it.
I said it.
Why
Yes,
is
I
he?
did.
What's his reason for this? I want to hear this now.
Yeah, but you know what? Like Henry Rollins is like, oh, fuck, I'm not going to be on PFT TV now.
Damn.
Here's what happened. He's asked Henry Rollins 30 times and never heard back.
Yeah, and there's a restraining order. Leave me alone.
Henry Rollins is upstairs.
I like the fact that he goes, he's one of the biggest pricks I've ever seen in my life, too.
Holy shit, a letter from Led Zeppelin. Wait a minute, maybe they want to do the show. You open that up, take a look. What's a cease and desist? What does that mean? I don't understand.
Although I will say, Scorch advertised that within the coming weeks, maybe months, Bob Saget would be doing comedy on his show.
Wow.
Oh, really? Scorch has said that Bob Saget is going to do stand-up comedy.
How is he going to get out of that lie, you think?
He's going to play old
I bet it's true. What if he's doing, he might be doing a show in Manchester, trying to sell tickets.
I heard there's a little TV show that would have Monty, has no idea. Shot in a garage.
HD. The HD garage.
Yeah.
Yes.
HD.
Well, let's continue with rock and old or rolled.
Rock and rolled.
Whatever. Rolled.
Yeah.
Up next, we've got one of our two Rolling Stones guys.
Oh, God.
I remember once on public TV in Boston, I think it was all around, there used to be a show called Zoom.
Yeah.
A little kid's show. And one time on
I
Zoom,
remember that
they
show,
had
Scott.
they did a
Zoom,
story about this dried apple head doll lady.
Yes.
Mick
God.
Jagger looks just like a dried apple head doll.
Oh, my
Didn't you
God,
know
like
that?
the thing on Zoom 31 years ago.
I'm a little worried that the people in London won't get the Zoom reference.
But it's the way he gets to it. Instead of going, he looks like a dried apple head like you saw on Zoom.
Yeah.
He goes, hey, there was a show called Zoom. I think it was on different time in Mountain Time.
Right, Zoom, ZOOM, box 350, Boston, Mass. 02134.
Yeah. Wow, that's a memory.
Jesus,
I just remember this thing.
Stop making us look
I don't know how.
God, this guy's got a memory. Looks like a bunch of photographs just pulled up.
I hate
That
it.
wasn't really a slam, though, Chip. That was more like a compliment.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. This guy remembers everything. Boy, you gotta get up pretty early. Pull one by this character.
You seem to admire Anthony, Chip.
I do. I think he's got some good stuff. Smart.
Chip.
Yeah.
I don't think you guys should be very flattered that Chip happens to be a rabid O&A fan.
I know.
He's quite the listener. He's a very loyal listener to the show.
Very loyal.
Chip, you watch it.
No, go on.
No, I want to hear about Henry Rollins.
Mick Jagger now.
All right.
Remember that fucking apple head.
Apple head doll, doesn't he? Look at that.
He does.
He'd also make a great Pez dispenser.
That's rough, man.
He looks hell, but
Wow, did he get...
Even Nick goes, that's rough, man.
That's rough, man.
That was a little over the line now.
That's a
They
little.
make good Pez dispenser.
he looks hell, but you know what? He has so much money, he could probably make himself look back to the other one, I would think, but...
You could buy a new one.
At least he's not getting beat up by his girlfriend like Ronnie Wood is.
Okay, fair enough. Thank you, DJ, for yours.
These guys are like Chip Chipperson. The same jokes.
At least he's not getting beat up by his girlfriend or something.
I was thinking that. I was going to say, at least his girlfriend's not, beating the Rolling Stones out of him.
You belong on Scorch, Chip. I would love to. Norton should go undercover as Chip under Scorch's show.
Yeah, that guy Nick is good. Quick. Top dresser.
Well, Scorch finishes the bit with this.
And finally, this one here. Okay, here's what Miley Cyrus is going to go up to look like. She's all hot now. She thinks she's all great. Yeah, I'm all cool. And I'll put tattoos on my private areas, and I'll wear these little skimpy panties on stage. But you know what, Miley?
Calm down.
This is what you're going to grow up into, baby. And that is what is called rock and roll. That's what
Wait a minute. When he goes, and this is what you're going to grow up to be, shouldn't there have been a laugh or a reaction there?
It's probably
by the
a picture
crowd?
of Billy Ray or something. You're right.
Yeah. There was nothing.
There was nothing but like, oh, they were even they were waiting to see where it was going, and Scorch was playing the music. The Zeppelin's out. He's going to Nick like this. Come on.
Blatant licensing problem.
So we got to
go into my licensing issue and play Zeppelin.
Let's report him.
At least I like the fact that
We should report him to Atlantic Records.
We should.
But at least he picked like a distinctive Zeppelin song, not like a hack.
Well, it goes with the bit. Rock and roll.
Yeah, rock and roll.
You know,
great.
Come on, he's thinking. He's thinking.
Oh, is he?
We're almost done. Scorch and Nick attempt to tell a joke together while introing some music act.
But could you just play back again when he said Pez dispenser? I just wanted to
You like that? You enjoyed that, right?
That bomb.
And Nick goes, that's rough.
That's rough. Monumental.
Nick never backs him up.
No.
Never.
No.
And he's not even doing it to spite him. He just doesn't have the humor in him at all to say that this would be the opportunity for me to help him out.
He's got nothing.
Right.
Nick is a creative and energy vacuum.
You think, Jimmy?
Yeah. He just sucks everything out.
We've been listening to a lot of PFG audio. Not one thing has interested us.
No.
that Nick has said.
No, it's terrible.
Not a wanna. Not a wanna. All right, here.
Very rarely do I get like, I don't want to say giddy, but you know what I mean? That's probably a good kind of word to put. But very rarely do I get giddy over guests.
Well, considering the things you were doing in the cars to their music.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? I can probably be more giddy now because I don't think I was doing anything then.
I don't think you do anything now.
That's what I mean. So it is our extreme pleasure to introduce to you.
What was that? I don't get what's going on.
I'll tell you exactly what's going on.
It just makes you
He
angry.
was trying to say that he used to have sex to the music in the cars, but then Nick took it and somehow twisted it to say you weren't doing anything now because you're older, and then somehow Scorch said you weren't doing. I wasn't doing anything then. All right, listen. I'm telling you, there's no logical sequence. We should hear that again.
And they haven't even set up that it's a band.
I gotta hear this
All right,
again.
let's try to figure out what they're
figure out what
at least
the fuck's
what they wanted.
Let's play a game called What the Fuck is Scorch Talking About?
Yeah.
Very rarely do I get like, I don't want to say giddy, but you know what I mean? That's probably a good kind of word to put. But very rarely do I get giddy over guests.
Well, considering the things you were doing in the cars to their music.
Yeah, do you know
at
what
the
I mean? I can probably be more giddy now because I don't think I was doing anything then.
I don't think you do anything now.
That's what I mean. So it is our
That's not what you meant.
No.
And look
What
at
you
me
meant
and look
was
at
just
you.
the opposite.
No. What the first guy was saying, Nick was saying, when you were younger, you'd be fooling around in cars to them. Then Nick was like, now I get more action, so probably more than I did then. I wasn't getting any. And then Nick goes, I don't think you're doing anything now, like being normal, like you're old. And he goes, that's what I meant, even though he meant the exact opposite. Nick actually made sense then. He was trying to say when you were young, you were getting laid in the cars, now you're old.
Sure.
Right.
But somehow Scorch was trying to say the opposite, but then claimed that he meant what Nick said. That's what happened.
It is our extreme pleasure to introduce to you the My TV audience and the PFG TV audience, Charlie Farron and John Butcher. This is Farron Butcher Inc.
Who? Charlie Farron and John Butcher, Farron Butcher Inc.
There's probably some local band from New Hampshire.
They're old. I don't know. He talked to them like they've been in music for quite some time and made quite an impact. So I assumed they had, and I'd missed it.
They're probably local good band musicians from around the area.
Oh, I'm sure they're really good.
They're good in that zip code. That's about it. Holy shit. This is exhausting, but it is labeled greatest clip ever.
This is
It's spiritually debilitating.
We're going going to stop with the Scorch clips, but this one says greatest clip ever. You want to explain this one, Sam?
Wow. It's my favorite clip that's ever been on television.
Wow. That's a bold statement.
Scorch had his big band in, and one of them had a DVD that I guess you can purchase on his website.
Okay.
And Scorch had them give him a piece of tape to play because, he's one of those, it's like a talk show.
Yeah, like Letterman or Leno, you got to play a clip from your project.
Clip.
Yeah, sure.
They'll go to tape. Scorch sent it to tape and sat awkwardly as nothing happened, and then started talking about how he would take this out in editing and then aired it on television. This is not a studio feed. This is what aired on the Mind to 90 cities and to London.
So he covered his ass for the studio audience going, yeah, we fucked up, obviously, but I'm going to take that out in editing.
But he was too lazy to do it.
Right. There's no editing. Yeah.
He didn't edit it.
So it's really a retrospective of my career, of what I've done. It was a terrific show.
Good for you. And we have a piece of this on video, right? Yeah. Why don't we see a piece of Charlie Farron retrospective live at the Regent Theater, and then we're going to talk about the future of future. Yeah. Can we not do this yet? No? Yes? Maybe? Oh, okay. Good thing we have editing, huh? Slight difficulty.
Oh my God.
Shh, everybody quiet.
Yeah, because they do that. They just shut themselves off all the time. I find it difficult to keep one on.
What the fuck?
I like the sound effect. What triggers that? Do you trigger that? Nice. Yeah.
This is a bomb.
Are we good? So we can just find out. We're going to edit right into it? Okay, so just run the tape. That's cool.
That's how it aired.
All right, that's if you're one of the 90 fucking people that watch this show, that's what you would have seen on TV, right?
Yes, the recording I got was taped off of television. There's no secret. Somebody watched it on TV, taped it, and sent it to me.
Yeah,
that's what was on television.
Edit it out.
And he just sat there rubbing his bald head and throwing his pen down as if he was frustrated.
All right, we got our final
professional.
Clip.
He doesn't like when things like that happen.
Scorch and PFG TV. We end with this one.
Welcome back. Scorch's PFG TV. How about this? So right now, Scorch's PFG TV is on My Network Television New England. And about 3 million homes, plus the 90 cities.
3 million homes in New England?
Homes.
Did you hear that, Colin?
Wow.
That's half the audience of Celebrity Apprentice. I think Celebrity Apprentice is doing about 6.5.
3 million homes, 90 cities.
So it's
plus 90 cities.
He's trying to like New England
3 million
sports
is
network.
just New England. Right.
He thinks it's like New England sports. That he's
yeah.
That's just New England. So if you figure,
oh wait, he's saying 3 million
plus
homes,
90 cities,
plus 90 cities.
3 million homes on the My Network in New England, in New Hampshire, in Manch Vegas. 3 million homes.
So you figure 90 more cities. Let's just say not even a million a city.
So more people are watching PFG TV than the Super Bowl.
He's implying he has about 83 million viewers.
3 million's polluted. You're right. I take it back.
He's out of his head.
Completely out of his mind.
I'm telling you,
I think that would be
every city he's worked at.
I think that would be about 270 million viewers.
No, because he's saying New England. He's not saying one area.
So 3 million in New England.
Yeah.
So not every city's doing 3 million for him. I got you. So we're averaging it down a little bit.
Yeah, he wouldn't lie about that. I'm saying about 700,000.
Safe to say 10 million people?
I'll say 700,000 per city. So you figure 700,000 times 90.
That's another
63 million people. 63 million.
So you're pushing fucking
66 million people.
Oh, right.
A week. A week.
Right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Welcome back. Scorch's PFG TV. How about this? So right now, Scorch's PFG TV is on My Network Television New England. And about 3 million homes, plus the 90 cities around coast to coast on cable, right? So I'm working on this deal that probably by the time this show actually airs, Scorch's PFG TV is going to be on from Albany, New York to Buffalo, New York, adding another 4 million homes to the...
And don't forget that they're on Roku now. The West's Stream is on Roku. Which is a lie, because I looked it up and I couldn't find shit. But I don't know if they think that's funny or if that's a joke. I'm not sure.
So the show is blowing up, and I want to thank everybody for making it a part of what's becoming the fastest growing entertainment television show on network TV, and I appreciate that.
What are you talking about?
Come on, he didn't just say that.
He did. Well, you know what it is? At the beginning, he's trying to say my TV, like the channel is on.
Yeah.
But then he throws his show in, but then he starts getting really just lying. I'm lying.
And the fastest growing entertainment.
It's on network TV. All
So what does that mean? Who's he beating out?
Do you want to know
Who's he beating out?
Sam seems to understand him better than
Yes.
most.
Well,
Do you want to know
translate
what
that?
his deal is with the 4 million people from Albany to Buffalo?
What's his deal?
He is trying to convince one of the local stations in Syracuse to put him on. That's what he's talking about.
That's his deal.
Syracuse.
Adding another 4 million homes.
And he thinks if you're on in Syracuse, you might get some of the outskirts of Buffalo listening?
He's thinking Albany to Buffalo.
Yeah.
It's just a local channel in Syracuse.
Wow.
But why would he brag about that when he's on in 90 cities?
And London.
If you're on in 90 cities in London, why would you care about... And why are you not on...
in Albany.
Places so close to you. Albany, Buffalo, like, what are the other cities?
If you're in 90 cities, you would assume
Especially
you'd be on in Albany. That's not that far away from where he's at.
By the way, he said an additional 4 million homes. Now, as we all know, a home includes families, so that's more than 4 million people.
You're right. That's probably 12 million people.
You know what it is?
Safe to say.
It's that Sam is like Tony Montana and Scorch is like Frank Lopez.
I mean, you would think that he would already be on it in Syracuse, especially with the reputation that he developed. He told me that when he was doing afternoons in K-Rock, he had to stop going out to the mall and stuff because he'd go to the mall and he'd be on the first level. People on the second level would be leaning over the rail going, Scorch!
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he can't leave his home at this point, Colin.
Yeah. Now with
I really is a deluded maniac.
He is insane. You called him a deluded maniac. Holy shit.
I can't get enough of this guy.
I'm on my TV.
Yeah.
And if you pitched him the movie about him being betrayed, he wouldn't do it because he would think that it's unrealistic that somebody could outsmart him.
Does he get the tapes of our show and what you're doing to him?
Our fans.
He gave you your first break, basically.
Can't
Look what
you
you're
do like
doing
a
to this
5-minute
guy.
movie about Scorch with Sam playing himself and like, make it like a kung fu movie? And
It would be great. I love the little kicker where he has sex with Scorch.
yeah.
And the loyalty part is just fantastic. Oh, the storyline is great.
I like the fact that Zeppelin's going to sue him.
No, you put Zeppelin in the soundtrack and they really sue him.
Well, let's get right into the audio.
Yeah, let's hear some of Scorch's wonderful TV
Scorch
show.
starts the show
for.
by fist-pumping Nick and making hilarious fisting jokes. He says nothing about pause
Get
for a
it?
cause, then goes back to fisting jokes.
Fist me. Fist me, Nick. Fist me. Oh, I love fisting you. Why do I always miss it? You know it's going to be a fine day when you can't even fist you.
See, that was funny. At least Scorch is funny.
Best friend. Or you miss fist. I miss fist my best friend. That's not a good thing. Welcome everybody. Scorch's PFG TV. Get up.
He's the best.
Welcome everybody.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he treats it like it's a real deal, like late night. Like it's Letterman or something.
Right. Yeah,
He
he's
has no
actually
clue
doing
that no one gives a shit about him or his show.
He actually did once on the show say, he talked about something he saw on Leno, but he wouldn't mention Leno's name because he said he didn't want to bring up the competition's name. He actually said
He
that.
sits at a card table. He sits at a folding card table. It's fucking... It's like the Little Rascals putting on a show.
It is.
It's horrible.
It's slightly worse.
Pay as you exit. That's right, Spank.
Welcome everybody. Scorch's PFG TV. Get up. Yeah.
Get down.
Oh my God! What in the?
I love the smattering of applause. How many people are at this taping?
I mean, they can only fit like...
Is this the Chinese place still, or did he get kicked out of there?
No, now he's in a local access TV studio. But I mean, you could fit 15 people maybe in there.
All right.
I'm telling you, this is the most popular show in Manch Vegas.
Manch Vegas?
That's what they call it.
That's a go match. Remember last time?
Right, Manch Vegas.
Right. Patrice is done.
Patrice is just nodded off at Scorch.
You need orange juice? You're good?
No, this ain't.
That's not that. You're just tired? All right.
Sorry.
What an interesting thing, for anybody wondering. Last week we didn't air because I was in my little cage for the pause for the car. So
Pause for
talk
the
about
car.
that. I am just now starting to recover.
Is that the event where we had one of our listeners throw paint on him?
Throw paint on him.
You know that one, right, Colin?
Which one?
Where he sits.
Was it paint or mustard?
It was paint. Where he sits in a dog cage.
For the whole weekend or whatever?
To raise money for dogs.
Cause for pause. Cause for pause.
Right, cause for pause.
And he gets in the cage, the doggy cage, and people come by, see him in the doggy cage, and give him money for the cause. But something, does it go to the cause? Hey, who knows? Maybe
No,
there should
it
be an
doesn't.
accounting.
Yeah.
So we thought it would be a good idea if our listeners threw paint on him.
So he had to listen because he couldn't get out of the cage. So they threw paint on him.
That's when he stopped calling the show.
Yeah,
we haven't heard
that
from
pretty much
since,
ended
Colin.
our relationship.
I'll never
with
forget when I
Scorch.
was trying to get him to come back on the air, and he goes, "Yeah, Sammy, this is not cool. Somebody just came up and threw yellow paint on me." Scorch, I don't know what's happening. Some of our listeners get overzealous.
Yeah.
We never told them to do that. I know, Sammy. I know. The guys love me. I know.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, he has no clue. He thinks we just absolutely love him, which I guess is kind
Gonna
of
play douche dressing. Yeah, I love the guy, but I don't.
What does he
respect
say?
him
We
as a
share
radio.
ideas?
Yeah, when
Our
I first
show-
was interviewing with him outside of a Bennigan's, he said that you guys share ideas. Sometimes he'll do stuff from your show, whereas the same way you guys have done stuff from his show,
Of
Fields
course.
for Meals and things like that.
Oh, so he took credit for Fields
How's
for
he
Meals.
taking credit for that?
That was his idea.
Get the fuck out of here.
You know, Fields for Meals,
You
douche
better do that this
dressing.
year.
They do rhyme. Fields for Meals rhymes, and Scorch loves
Scorch is
to
a
rhyme.
Big rhymer.
Just now starting to recover. I was crunched up like when you're a human being. Looking at
He couldn't think
No,
of
he
anything
couldn't
that's
think of
crunched
anything.
up.
It gets crunched
He
up.
couldn't think of something that
I was crunched up like a crunched up thing.
That's
in a
Chip
golden
Chipperson.
retriever's cage. It's not really a natural thing to do, but we're going to talk about that soon. Hey, look, why is it, Mark, can you get a close-up of my blood? Why is it every time that I fist you, I get bloody?
Because we're tight.
Yes!
Someone likes
Because
that
my
stuff.
fist is tight. There you go. That's a good one.
It's a good one.
His fist is tight.
But the fist isn't tight. With the anus would have to be tight.
No.
The fist would have to be big.
Fist.
And you'd have to, I don't know. I don't even want to figure it out. So I'm
good one.
exhausted.
Your fist in tight is a good
I'm
one.
exhausted even thinking about this.
Let's go right into the next clip. He's very excited about what's coming up on PFG TV.
Oh.
Furious, who was my cage, he wasn't my cage mate, I shouldn't say.
Was he your cage master?
He was my kennel mate throughout that week. You did a good job again, though, man. Thank you much. And so we're going to talk about how much I raised soon, because it was one of the best ones yet. But a couple of good things going on with the show that I want to get into
my favorite
quickly.
part.
For instance, we're growing by leaps and bounds. We have more cities joining the Scorch's PFG TV network. Yeah.
Come on.
Not only more cities, but more states. For instance, we are working on Florida, and we are working on Texas, and we are working on Atlanta and Georgia. Atlanta's still in Georgia, right?
Yes, it is.
And some of the areas in Northern California as well. So we have a lot of things going on.
He's working on.
I know.
Please, because my ex lives there and she might think I'm making money.
Now, is that your first or your second? Okay.
That'd be my first one.
Now, everybody on the staff can vouch that this show does not pay a dime. Which is why we're always looking for sponsors, which we'll talk about.
Oh, God, Scorch, man. Holy
Well, did you
shit,
hear that?
Scorch.
I mean, you guys make fun of him, but he's working on Atlanta,
Working on.
Florida.
Yeah.
What do you think? Scorch is the type of guy that says things like, I'm working on this to cover up for the fact that he's completely lying
That
because you can't
nothing-
prove or disprove?
Yeah, you can't prove or disprove working
You
on.
gotta love his enthusiasm, though. He thinks
Yeah.
He won't give up.
No,
he thinks he's
he
a,
won't.
a media mogul.
I was so freaked out when he kept telling me that he was having conversations with people at XM, that he was going to be joining you guys at XM.
Yeah.
He once broke down that he was talking to Kevin Straley, who was in charge then.
Wow, back in the old days.
Yeah, and that he had had a conversation with him, that they had talked about growing up in the same town, and he had all these details about a conversation that I'm sure never happened.
Never took place?
He made like he talked to me about it for a half hour, and it never happened.
That's very strange.
It's weird.
Yeah, wow. Talks to invisible people.
It's weird.
Scorch. Wow, look at that. The schedule's getting to you, Carl.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that schedule's getting to you. You used to be able to trot in here in the morning and full of piss and vinegar, as they say.
Why the hell are you busting my balls? Patrice been asleep for a half hour.
He was. Patrice just woke up.
Well,
Let me see. Damn, man. I'm gonna cut this one short because what's it called? This guy, what's his name? Mad Cracker Learnography already came here and got mad, so I feel like it's mission accomplished for today. So maybe if he wouldn't have showed up, maybe I would have kept streaming. But with him getting mad and storming off, mission accomplished. So I'll come back with part 4. We'll listen to Scorch.